everyone, it's me Selena from Vintage Gaudi. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel and welcome to another flea market toy hunting tour video. Today is the 1st of March, so we are already in March. Oh my god, time has run so fast, that is incredible. But well, today is happening a flea market that is more or less an hour away from where I'm living. So I decided to come here because I already have made super good finds at this specific flea market, so my hopes are high. Today will be also a nice day. Plus, today is the first time this flea market is happening this year, 2026, so maybe there are a lot of vendors here today too. That would be great. So far, I can already tell the parking lot is almost full. So I had just like 5-6 parking spots left, but the rest is already full, and that is so crazy because officially the flea market starts at 10. So like on the homepage it says from 10 till I think 4 p.m. We have now 9:15. So I'm technically 1 hour and 50 minutes too early here, but it is already so full. And due to my experience from the previous flea markets, I know that it is already going on so much quite early. So I think 9:15. It is actually 8:45 right now. So it's a good time to be here at this specific flea market. If you come at 10, I probably guess the most of the stuff is already gone. So I'm not sure why they don't adjust it on the website to, like, for example, 9 till 4, because that would make more sense. But anyways, I'm here. I pack my stuff, I go immediately to the flea market and have a look what they have for me. If there's something nice for me, that would be great. Right, so let's go.
He's still here. It's still the kids now. Okay, so they're still unpacking, but it is already so much going on. Okay. Cool light. Dinosaur. What's this girl? Hasbro Action Man. Not really the dolls that I'm looking for, but well, good sign, there are dolls. Oh, this is cute. Plastic. Almost missed them. They look staying here. Oh my god, here are two fighting for a space. Still, most of them do have a haircut, that's unfortunate. It would be interesting her with this fashion haircut. This is the wrong doll. She's a superstar now. Skipper. Who is this? Clone doll? And this is also the wrong doll, but they painted her hair. Oh my god. So he wanted 5 per each, and I said, what's your best price? And he told me, okay, yeah, they make 10 for all the lot, and I bought 3 of them. So Hallo.
Hallo.
So we are here again. So far, nothing new actually. What's this? We got the Beauty and the Beast can. Eventually Stefan can. And the prince. The newer dog. This is the seller from this chain smoker household. We got the new unboxed dolls. I have heard I'm not interested in that one. There are more. Still the Fashion Avenue. Barbie bridals, fashions from the 90's. Here's underneath. I think she was here last time too. Still have her.
Morgen. Stein hier, alles? Hey?
This is the Benetton can. Super Talk is still here. What's this? Oh, an Ariel or so. With molded on ballerina shoes. Never seen that. Is that correct? And we got this screen. But he's still unboxing, so I'm not sure if there is more. Because last time he promised me to bring more, but it doesn't look right. Like much more. I was talking before, there were two sellers actually fighting for like every centimeter. So one said, "You are on my spot with your clothing." She said, "No, I'm not." It went back and forth and got also loud. I mean, that's so crazy. I mean, oh my god, yeah. People, I have no explanations, but people. Sorry, I was switched. Okay. Some newer ponies. Plushies. This looks really cool. It even says, "Take me home." But yeah, not really a doll that I'm collecting. A lot of pink here. Oh god, how creepy still the dolls, and I'm not looking for, but and there are dolls, maybe there are Barbies too. This is cute. Definitely all Easter stuff. Because Easter is around the corner. Well, in a month or so. It's also time for the La Foufous or La Foufous. I'm pretty sure these are La Foufous, right? Looks. But they're newer, it feels newer. 2016, yeah, they're definitely newer. If they would have been older, I would have picked them. Bright. Fake doll. Right, yeah. But she looks kind of interesting. Of course, she's knockoff or so, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. Also, the action mans here, action figures. This one too. The older lady who is nearly at every flea market that I am, she's also here, but she's a seller. So you recognize this stuff definitely. Oh my god. She had once ponies. But I think she sold them. Oh well, of course I bought some of them, but maybe she does not have any more. So. But she has also dolls. Still the usual ones. Or did she bring more? I don't think so. Stefila. I'm sure the good ones are already gone. She has fashions, yeah. Like this one, Ocean Friends fashions, but I mean, I have it already, don't need to buy extra triples, doubles, and so on. Here we got the wings, in case if you're into wings. This fabric looks so much like Paint and Dazzle Barbies fabric, denim. I guess it's not, and this is doll size. So. This is the seller here who had also the ponies last time, when me and Love Sky Painter were here. So, but this time she doesn't brought any toys actually. Sort of porcelain figurines. Action figure or something. So, not really my style. A box full of seals. But I can't find them. I don't want to get a seal hoarder. This is cute. I have the mini version of this plate actually. Kind of interesting. We need two cassettes. It looks like almost the whole series actually. All Winnie two cassettes. Oh, Pretty Woman cassette. That's interesting. And I got this one here. Peter und der Wolf. Peter and the Wolf. It says 3 on the front and 5 in the back. So how much is it now? 3 or 4? 5? Okay. Here are some Pocahontas pins. Here is Nakoma. Pocahontas and John Smith. But I have a little bit of fear that they might be super expensive actually. What else do we have here? Fred Feuerstein. Yeah, not sure how much they want for it. But the Pocahontas ones would be quite cool actually. And I'm pretty sure these are vintage pins. Relatively sure. Yeah. So I think I'm doing my last round. It is now almost lunchtime, 12 o'clock. And yeah, it is cool. So there are a lot of sellers. Master of the Universe. A lot of toys actually, so I'm kind of surprised so much toys are here. But not really the toys that I'm looking for. So these are newer releases, I guess. The other one was 2021 release. This one probably a 2. So yeah, they have toys. They have also Barbies. So in terms of what I'm collecting, there are toys like Barbies. I haven't seen any ponies, not even G3 ponies. Newer ones, yes, but of course no G1 till G3 I have seen none of it. So long story short, they are toys, but not the ones that I'm collecting, with some little exceptions. In terms of Barbie, there have been sellers with Barbies, but either way I do have them already, or they're super damaged or cut hair. So yeah, not really something interesting for me. see a little game, board game. This seems to be cool. See the board game. And interesting. Here are all the other Harry Potter characters. And a little munchie. I bought the little thing, even though it was pricey, but I think it's kind of cool. So I'm now on my last round. This is on 3 levels in a garage, it's a parking garage. And I'm now going from the bottom to the top again. And then probably driving back home. I feel a little bit hungry, so I wanted to buy something to eat, but the lanes in front of the food stands is incredibly long. So I kind of think, well, let's starve a little bit, and then I'm eating back when I'm home again, something nice. So yeah, and while other people are eating, I kind of explore the things again for the last time, and then driving back home, I guess. So yeah, I made incredible finds, but also not the most exciting finds. So yeah, anyways, I think I can't complain. I got a cool Mitch doll, but yeah. And a board game as well, some pins. That is actually kind of cool. So now let's see if something appeared at the tables that I didn't saw before. And yeah, otherwise we will see us directly for the haul. And now, welcome to the haul part of this video from this flea market day, 1st of March 2026. And the first flea market that happened at that specific location this year. And yes, I mean, I have found something. I have found some cool stuff, actually. Yeah, let me just start somewhere. Where do we want to start? Okay, I have picked up some pins. So I know you probably are not really into pins, etc. But I kind of like them, and I sort of got super into these pins lately, actually, unfortunately, because I'm now looking everywhere and I see everywhere pins, etc. Yeah, so I picked up 18 pins. They were kind of pricey, so he was first asking 2 Swiss francs per pin. Wait, let me just turn her around because the camera wants to focus always on faces. So now you can see the pins a little bit better, right? He was asking 2 Swiss francs per pin, which is too much for me that I'm willing to pay. But he said, he will negotiate if you pick more. So yeah, he kind of did, but it was still quite pricey. So in the end, I paid for the whole bundle 25 Swiss francs, and you're thinking, oh my god, how can you pay so much for it? Yes, I know that sounds kind of crazy. Narrowing it down per pin, I paid 1.47, so 1 Swiss franc 47 cents, which I think is still pricey, but kind of okay actually for the pins that I got, because I think all of these pins are actually older pins, so they are not like, Temu versions or so. They are authentic old pins, and the most of them do have actually also a label in the back, so they are authentic and official licensed products, actually. So yes, I got all these pins. Let me just show you, because I also kind of looked for sort of pairs or like same themings, actually. And so I picked up 2 pins that are from post autos or postcars, actually.
from here in Switzerland. So this one here is definitely one of the postcards. Postcards. It says here PTT, and that is what it was called before. Nowadays it's not called PTT anymore. I don't think it was called PTT anymore nowadays. But earlier, like I would say till to begin of the 2000s, it was still called PTT, and that is like the bus. So like you got in the US the school bus, we got the public bus, and when you have to go to school by public transportation, you most likely got picked up by one of these. So this is a PTT bus, and it is kind of drawn into a cartoon, which I really like because there's this smiley face on it. And it depends actually. In Switzerland, not all the buses are yellow, so we have different color schemes of buses. Like in the area where I'm living, the buses are blue. It depends really on what company is doing the public transportation in that era. But where I grew up before, so like where I grew up in my childhood, the buses are still yellow there. So kind of is a nostalgic piece for me. So I got this cute little bus pin. Then I also picked up this one. It is technically not really a bus from PTT or something. Obviously it is a small car, but also, PTT is like the post, so that means the post center who are delivering your packagings and who are delivering your letters and so on. And they sometimes used these cars, these tiny little cars as well, to go to your home, place there your box and so on. And yes, so it is not official one, but it is kind of from the style like the older cars they used back then in time. And since this one looks so cool with the purpling combo, usually they are not purple, usually this purple part is black, but yeah, with the purple combo it looks definitely like a car that could fit in my car collection. I don't have a car collection, but I mean color-wise, it could fit in my imagination of a car collection. So far from that. So I got this PTT pins, these post pins, and that car pin. Plus, I picked up some dinosaur pins. These dinosaur pins, technically, I don't keep for myself, but maybe I will put them up into my shop. So yes, I do have also an online shop meanwhile. And since, I kind of made this whole bundle, this lot, and I thought this looked really cool. And maybe someone has or likes them and wants to have them for themselves. And we got here like I'm super bad at the naming of the dinosaurs, so sorry for that, which character is which one here, but I'm pretty sure this is T-Rex. I'm pretty sure he has also another name, but I mean, kind of the thing like literally almost everyone knows or so, but maybe it's also not T-Rex. I don't know. But anyways, I got these dinosaurs, and I kind of like the color scheme of it because this is like this pink randomly between the green and blue, which is interesting. And here we got the blue, green, and yellow combo. And this one here is more into the yellow, brown, and orange color combo. I got these pins, and eventually I will place them into my shop at a point. So then I have picked up, where do I want to go next actually? Let me just grab random. I picked up random, these two ones here, which are brand pins actually. So I picked up this one here who says Swatch Eyes. And that is kind of interesting because Swatch is actually a brand for watches, Swiss brand for watches, so Swiss watch actually, Swatch. And I did not know they made like eyes like glasses. I still am not sure if they really did that actually. I was not aware that Swatch did glasses, but maybe matching glasses to your watch or so, I don't know. But the color scheme of this pin reminded me something like 90's or so, and that is why I picked it up. So I think it looks really cool, and this is a pin that I might really keep for myself. Then I picked up this sneaker, and it says MSA. I'm not sure what MSA is. I honestly did also not research that, but the sneaker, the color scheme of the sneaker looks so cool that I kind of want to keep that for myself as well. So it is, a really nice, cool sneaker pin. MSA, not sure, maybe a brand or so. But kind of reminds me of like 90s, early 2000s vibe with the color scheme. So they came with me as well. Then Disney, I have a lot of Disney, but I picked up, of course, the Pocahontas pins. These 3 pins were there, so I picked them up, and they stay in my my pin collection. Yeah, they stay with me. I kind of really like them. Pocahontas was my favorite movie back then as a child. I love the Pocahontas movie, and yeah, so I will keep them actually. We got here Pocahontas and John Smith, really adorable. Then we have here Pocahontas herself, and we have the friend from Pocahontas, which is called Nakoma, I believe. I think Nakoma. I always mix it with Tacoma, but Tacoma is kind of, I guess, a city in the US, and Nakoma is the name of her, actually, something like that. But I kind of always mix it up, unfortunately. But yeah, we got these 3 pins from the Pocahontas line, and I totally love it. And they are authentic because they have also here in the back it says Pro Pin Germany Disney. So this is copyright Disney. These are authentic Disney pins and licensed from Disney. So I don't know where they were released, so I'm not sure where you could buy them because it says Germany, so it is not like in a Disney store or so, but maybe, I don't know, with something you bought with the DVD, not the DVD, but with the VHS tape, I don't know, but yeah, I kind of got them, and they are really, really cool. Then I picked up, of course, some Mickey Mouse pins and friends. I got, oh my god, I got so many actually. I got all of these pins here, which are really cool. Some I will keep, the other ones I might not keep in my collection. One that I probably will keep is this one here. This is so cute, and it has like this older Minnie Mouse image on it, and this one here says the Disney, oh my god, I can't read, the Disney Channel 1983 till 1993, Disney made in China. So okay, this is like a Disney Channel pin, which is kind of cool. Really love it actually. Then we got this Minnie Mouse pin, also super adorable, kind of a bit faded, but technically everything okay. And this one says Disney A point B. So not sure for what A point B stays, but I got this pin as well. Then I have this Mickey pin who matches perfectly kind of Minnie Mouse. So maybe they belong together. I'm not sure, but they're really cute. And Mickey Mouse has the same inscription. Oh, he has something else. Esso. It says Esso. Wait, where's the focus again? Esso Disney pin. Esso, wasn't Esso actually a gas station? Maybe, but well, we got Esso and the Mickey pin matching Minnie Mouse. Then we got this Mickey pin who says Jordan on it, and I'm not really sure, but I'm assuming these are the pins that you could buy at the Disney store or so with your name on it. So here this Mickey has Jordan, the name on it. I'm eventually, I'm not sure, but I'm that's just me guessing around, that must be something from like a Disney store with your name on it, because I don't know what Jordan other should mean. Like, of course, we got the Jordan shoes, but did they release it with Mickey Mouse? I don't know. It says Disney on it, so it is an authentic pin, and yeah, Jordan. So in case if your name is Jordan, this is your pin. So I might not keep this pin, but I picked it up since it is a super cute Disney pin for Mickey Mouse, with Mickey Mouse on it. And then I do have this cool pin here with Goofy, and I kind of want to keep this one. It is so adorable. This has also an inscription. Let me just see. We got here M/M. Oh my god, presente Quade Disney. Oh my god, this is so hard to kind of really read it, but this is the inscription on it. So also an official Disney pin with Goofy on it, and yeah, it looks so cool. Love it. Really nice pin. And then I picked up this pin here, which is kind of interesting. So this scenery reminds me some sort of like California Dream Barbie, California vibes actually. Really nice. But it is actually from a Sparkasse, Sparkasse Stefa. Sparkasse is not technically a bank, but you could put there your money too. So it is sort of a bank, but not a really real bank. So Sparkasse is saving. Sparkasse, the one-to-one translation is saving bank or something like that. And obviously, it seems they released this super cool vacation pin that reminds me some sort of California Dream Barbie, and this is a pin that I will definitely keep. Then, what I did not notice, I picked up unfortunately two of the same kind. Super random actually. I didn't realize I picked up this one twice, but well, I got this little cool alien thing, and I'm sure this one has a name, but I don't know exactly the name of it. It just says Demont, Zurich, and the telephone number. So I don't know if it was a store or a toy store maybe or something like that, or it could also be a drugstore actually, I'm not sure. But we got this alien twice unfortunately, but yeah, here it is. One I will definitely keep and the other one I will let go actually, so yeah. Got this too. Then I would say we're coming to sort of the highlights actually of this find, of this flea market finds, and that is these 3 Barbie dolls or Disney dolls included. There have been actually some sellers who had Barbies. So for at least 3 or 4 had Barbies. So let me say 4 actually did have Barbies. This seller here, the one with the chain smoke household Barbie dolls. Then there was the one with the California Dream accessories, and there was a 4th one which I did not film. They had also late 80s, early 90s Barbies, but they were super damaged. Like for example, the nose of the Barbie was sort of cut off, and one of the ear from another doll was cut off, and was like, and they still wanted so much for it, so I left them. And I did not film it actually because they had it quite prominently on the table, and then when I would have come with the camera, the persons would be on the camera as well, and I don't want to do that. I don't film people, and I don't film anything other than the stuff that is on the table. Exceptions is like in big flea markets, like for example the 24-hour flea markets, because there it is difficult to not film people, because there is a huge amount of people at that event, but that is an exception. But I still try to not film people randomly, and if I would have done this because they were quite prominently, then I would have them on the camera as well, and I don't want to do that because you must consider in Switzerland it is not really legal to film people actually, so it is in kind of exclamation marks, some sort of you can film, but it shouldn't be the main characters. And yes, if I would have picked up the Barbies would be the main characters, but in the background you will see the people actually. So it is kind of in German the word heikel, it is kind of difficult situation what we have here in Switzerland. So what I'm doing is half illegal, let me say that. So I can film the stuff, but I shouldn't film the people actually. So that is differences when I see other YouTubers filming like the whole tables, the whole event actually there with the faces of the people. I think it looks cool because it gives like this vibe, but my Swiss me is like, oh my God, are you allowed to do that? You know, so that is the differences. So yeah, I have to keep my laws, and I respect that also, because in the other situations I wouldn't want any people that I don't know filming me randomly, and you don't know where it ends up, this footage. So here with my footage, you know it ends up in a toy tour in the YouTube, but sometimes you don't know, and then I don't want my face to be somewhere on a platform that I don't want to. So yeah, that is the thing about it. So anyways, I did not film that, but I did film these ones here. They were in a box with a lot of other Barbies. Unfortunately, the most of them were in a bad condition. They had haircut, something was chewed off and so on. There was even a 70s, I believe, a European standard Barbie or something in that direction. And I would have picked her up, but off camera I looked closer to her and she almost didn't had any hair. So her hair was put together in a ponytail, but this side was completely hairless. So the ponytail was just from this other side holding together some hair, and I was like thinking, no, that is absolutely not worth it for me. So I ended up with the ones in more or less good condition, but specifically I picked up this one here, and that is the beautiful 1994 Winter Sports Mitch doll. And that leads me to this doll actually, because I wouldn't have picked her up. She has cut hair. I am not really the Disney collector, but she's wearing the outfit from this doll here. And I couldn't kind of exchange it, but the seller offered me or gave me a discount actually. So he was asking 5 Swiss francs per doll, 5, 10, 15. And I was asking, can we do 10? And he said then in the end, okay, let's do 10. So technically I got one doll for free, which I will count this one I got for free with the outfit from this stunning Mitch. And this is the highlight for me because this is a doll that I don't have. I was looking for her for quite a long, and finally she's now here in my collection. Of course, everything needs to be cleaned afterwards. And this is 1994 Winter Sports Mitch in her almost complete outfit. So this jumpsuit is from her. The hairband that Esmeralda is wearing is from her. Not sure about the sunglasses, but she will come with similar sunglasses eventually in a different color. But I mean, it matches perfectly. Plus, she's wearing her original jacket, and that is gorgeous. She doesn't have a haircut too, so that is really cool. These trousers, actually, I immediately recognized these trousers belong to the 1998 style Barbie, which I unboxed quite recently on my YouTube channel, so that is also why I recognized it. Not her trousers, this is her outfit, so technically we swap it and we got her outfit together. So yeah, Mitch, definitely the highlight for me. A great find. So happy to have her finally, because now I do have hot skating Mitch, which is using the same jumpsuit as Esmeralda is wearing. And now I do have winter sports Mitch, which kind of hot skating and winter sports is a mix and match line. They're using the same or almost the same fashions, but the color scheme of the eyes is different. So that is kind of how I could identify her immediately, because she has this sort of cloud. I would say it is like a cloud in her eyes, and then that was for me the reason to know that she is winter sports Mitch and not hot skating, because hot skating would have like a dot. I believe it has a dot in there. Well, I can grab her actually. I can show you. So here we go. This is actually the pendant. So this is hot skating, winter sports, hot skating, one versus the other. And you see the difference in the eyes. So she has a dot and she has this sort of cloud symbol. So yeah, but other than that, they look super familiar. They have the same earrings, the same lipstick, same fashions as well, because she's wearing this outfit. Also, this tutu piece will come with winter sports Mitch. So yeah, you see it is super similar actually. Yeah, that is how it is sometimes difficult to identify Barbies. It is one tiny little eye piece who is different, because even the eyelashes is the same. So the same amount of eyelashes, the eye color is the same. It is just this one dot and this cloud symbol who kind of makes the differences from one doll to another. So she's definitely the highlight. From Esmeralda, I'm sorry I didn't mention who she is or from what year. Okay, who she is, you probably know. Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And she is, I believe, from 1995. And she should come with this white and purple dress and so on. So yeah, I will not keep her. She has haircut, unfortunately. But I do have one Esmeralda, and one Esmeralda is enough for me. But I just picked her up to get the fashions that go to this stunning Mitch doll. Then I picked up this Skipper, which I picked up because she was one of the very, how can I say, very rare ones who didn't have a haircut. Like Mitch and Skipper were probably some of the very rare ones who didn't have a haircut. So yeah, I picked her up too, and this is actually 1985 Hot Stuff Skipper. I knew when I picked her up that I already have it, because from this face mold, this is the Hot Stuff Skipper face mold, there were not many dolls released, and I do have all of them already, so I knew I definitely have her. But I also picked her up because of the fashions, because she is wearing a 1996 sport fashions tennis, obviously a tennis outfit, the number 68, 312 minus 93. And that is almost complete. So the main parts are here. We got the top, we got the skirt. It should come with white sneakers, which I somewhere in my storage of shoes I have. And it should come with a tennis racket. So it is an almost complete set. In terms of fashion, it is complete, and it belongs to Barbies. We see it is quite too big for Skipper, but that is the reason why I picked up Skipper too. Plus, from the Hot Stuff line, I meanwhile have some single parts double. Hot Stuff was the Skipper who was released with many fashions, so I think she came with like 3 different fashions that you can mix and match. And I do have now some of the fashions double, and then after I clean her, etc., I can my double fashions put on her, and I maybe trade her or place her somewhere in my shop eventually. So yeah, we got these 3, but the highlight for me is definitely Mitch. It is so rare to find Mitch dolls in the wild, and so I'm more than happy to find her for this great price, like all 3 together, 10 Swiss francs. I think that is really good price, which makes it 3.99 something like that per doll, if I count correctly. 369, yeah, something like that per doll. 333. No, now it's correct. 333 per doll, and that's a great price. So really nice. Then the last thing that I picked up was actually this Diddle board game. I don't know why, but I have been lately so much into Diddle. It is kind of like an addiction to it. Wherever I see some Diddle stuff, I'm like, oh, do I need it? Do I want it? I have to have it, and so on. And this one was in a box on the very first, very deepest bottom of that box. And I only saw it because in that box was a Harry Potter figurine. It was Ron Weasley in there. And I was like, oh, here's Ron Weasley. Let's see what else is in there. And then underneath all the other stuff, this one appeared, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. It was kind of expensive, so I paid for this board game 10 Swiss francs, which is in the highest price for board games that I'm willing to pay. But it is complete, and that is actually cool and great, and I really appreciate it. Plus, the box itself is in a really good condition, and also the inside of it is in really good condition. So I really appreciate that. And I think this is so cool, actually. And it is a Diddle ärgere dich nicht. So, like similar to Mensch ärgere dich nicht in German, which, how can I translate that, actually? I don't know. I will put it here in the English translation of Diddle ärgere dich nicht. And the artwork of it is so adorable and cute. And this one here has this magnetic leash piece. So that is also some sort of fancy, actually, to open this beautiful gaming board game and so on. Here we got some kind of little phrases who mention how many you can play this game and what is actually the goal to it and so on. And here is the rules to the game. Diddle ärgere dich nicht Spielregeln, and it is also so adorable. What I didn't saw is a year on it, so I don't know what year this came out. It must have been definitely from the early 2000s somewhere and somewhat, but I don't know exactly what year it is. And if you're following my YouTube channel, you know Diddle. I showed them quite a lot of times already on my flea market and toy hunting tour videos, and Diddle is kind of undergoing a new revival. There have been new Diddles released. I think, however, that Diddle will not be as successful as it was in the early 2000s. Like, in the early 2000s, how can I say, we were used to play with stuff. We didn't had cell phones here at least in the era where I grew up. So cell phones or having a phone was kind of rare. So if you had a phone, you were like, oh, what? Do you have a phone? For what do you need it? And now we played with the stuff, and so Diddle came at the exact correct time into the markets where we actually traded Diddle cards, Diddle sheets, Diddle everything. And I think nowadays when kids are more into technology stuff, I'm not sure if Diddle is really getting so popular as it was once. I think it is popular for the nostalgic people, like the ones who grew up with Diddle and are now adults, of course. For them, the new revivals of Diddle is really cool, but I think for the children, this Diddle stuff was usually meant to, it will not be that popular anymore. But that is just my suggestion. I still hope they will be popular actually, but yeah, that's just what I think about it. With this new revival of Diddle, still prefer the old one, love the older artwork. The new one does look a little AI styling, so not really my type, but well, I mean, they're trying to do something. This kind of rule book has also what is included in here, and as I have quickly saw at the flea market, this is complete. So we have 4 Diddle Mouse, we have 4 Diddleinas, we have 4 Pimboli, and we have 4 Mini Hops, and that's what we have here: 4 Diddleinas, 4 Pimbolis, 4 Mini Hops, and 4 Diddles. Let me show you the characters, because they are all 4 Diddles have look the same. So we got here Diddle, we got here Mini Hops, then we have Pimboli, which is also a super cute character, and we have Diddleina. So these 4 characters are in this game, and it comes with 1 dice. So this one here, and I think this is the original one, plus the rule book and the platform where you can actually play on it. So this is the game, the platform. You see, you can play it from 2 to 4 players, and yeah, you place your characters, and then according to the rule book, you have to do what it says, and then eventually win or not. It could be Mensch ärgere dich nicht, or it looks quite similar to Eile mit Weile. We'll also translate that in English. So yeah, these were the characters, and I just discovered when you're lifting it up, these holders for the characters, etc., it actually looks good in here. So that is always a nice surprise, because sometimes you find there stuff you don't really want to find. So like, for example, dead bugs and so on. But this one here is the excellent condition, so I think it was worth 10 Swiss francs. Actually, also here, I don't know when I will play with it, but I have it right now. And just looking at these figurines and this super well-organized playground, actually, it makes me kind of happy. So it is a really, really cool game that I have now from Diddle. Unfortunately, I don't know what year it is from, but yeah, I must have been early 2000s, I would say, till 2007, something like that time period. But yeah, I got it now. So this is everything that I picked up at the flea market. We got the Diddle board game. We have the 3 cool dolls, especially this one here, which is amazing. And we got a ton of pins. And that's everything that I picked up actually at the flea market. So what do you think about my finds? Which one is your favorite? Write me down in the comment section down below. I really hope you liked this video. Please go and check out more other videos on my YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button, and we'll see us in the next video with Vintage Gaudi. Bye!